Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Retinol Masterclass. My name is Caitlin Faye, and I am so excited to chat with Rachel and all of you about this new product Mary Kay is launching, but also just retinol in general. Skincare has totally changed my life. Not my life, that sounds dramatic, but like the confidence that it has given me over the last few years. And I'm just so excited to get to share with y'all the number one anti-aging ingredient and kind of debunk some of the confusion around it, because I understand there's a lot of confusion around it because it's such a powerful question or ingredient. So Rachel, introduce yourself and let's get to it.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm reading all the comments right now. I'm so excited to have people on. I'm Rachel. I am a beauty consultant with Mary Kay. This is going to be my second year. And Caitlin, you're so right. Like, it has changed our lives, and it's funny to even think that like skincare can change your life, but that 5 minutes that you take for yourself morning and night, it does change your life in a lot of ways. And the confidence that you have and you're able to like go out to the world, that is life changing. So 1000% agree with you on that. And I'm so excited, one, to do my first live and to do it with you, and to talk about retinol, because it is so, like, it's such a buzzword, right? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants to know about it. But does anybody actually know why we use it, why we need it? So I'm so excited for this whole little thing we're about to do.
Oh my gosh. Well, it is going to be so super fun. And Rachel and I, why we are doing this, because our team is all so excited about it. But we have been using it since seminar. We got it early. This product has not even hit the market yet, Mary Kay's retinol. But we have been using it since middle of July or end of July and seen tremendous results. And so we want women to know about it. And so we wanted to do this kind of master class before it launched so that you can feel confident. And is this product for me? Is it not for me? Okay, if I am going to start using it, like we want to empower you with all the details. So Rachel, share with them a little bit of like your experience since seminar, just like why you're so excited about sharing it.
Yeah, well, one, I have never used like a pure retinol before. I was always scared. And I was scared because I've always heard, oh my gosh, my skin reacted so poorly, or, I used it once and it freaked my skin out. And you hear all of those things. And I'm like, okay, for someone that has had pretty sensitive skin over the years, I was terrified to use it. And, being able to use this product just for the small amount of time that I have been using it since seminar in July, my skin has just drastically changed. And that's why I'm so excited about it, because my skin has changed over time, like using Mary Kay for the last year and a half. But using this retinol, I mean, it just like increased the process. And I'm like, why? I should have done this years ago. But, we all say we should have, could have, would have, right? But now we can do something about it. So that's why I'm excited about it. I'm excited to share, a little bit more about my skin journey. I typically have oily skin, very oily skin. And retinol has helped control that oil. It's not only helped control my oil, but it's also helped with like just my aging, my redness that I've carried in my skin. My makeup is going on like 1,000 times better. Before, even like when I would never be able to wear makeup out in the Texas heat. Like, let's get real. That's something that not a whole lot of people can do. I'm able to have a full face of makeup on with this Texas heat, and my skin and my like makeup is still flawless by the end of the day. So I'm so excited about it. I'm so passionate about it right now. And I can't wait to share with you guys like what it could do for your skin.
Yes. And we'll share some before and afters here in a little bit. But let's get into it. So what is retinol? Retinol is a form of vitamin A. So there's a lot of different forms of retinol, which we'll chat about here in a minute. But think of vitamin A in retinol, in the form of retinol, as food for your skin cells. It's helping your skin act and look younger and healthier. It speeds up your cell renewal. So normally it would take your skin cells weeks to turn over. Well, retinol helps them refresh faster. So you don't get that dull skin look. You have brighter, smoother, more youthful looking skin. It also boosts the collagen in your skin. So collagen is like the scaffolding that keeps your skin firm and plump as we age. And as we age, collagen breaks down. We actually lose 1% of our skin's collagen, about 1%, every year after 20 years old.
Caitlin, I did that math the other day just in my head, and I'm not a math girl, and I was mortified. I was like, oh no. So that means that I'm not going to share my age with y'all, but I'm not going to have X amount of collagen. Like, that sucks.
I know. And so like, it's never too young to start because retinol will help prevent that, but it's also, you're never too late to start because retinol actually signals to your skin to keep making more collagen. So it softens those fine lines. It keeps your skin bouncy. It evens out your skin tone by balancing how pigment is made and spread out, fades dark spots, smooths out uneven skin tone. And Rachel, this is something you and I talked about, and you were like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this. It keeps your pores clean so that you have fewer breakouts and you have smoother texture and smaller pores.
I love that part of it because I typically have had larger pores my whole life. I think it's just genetic at this point because my mom's skin is very similar. So having larger pores, like my pores, and that's probably why now that I'm thinking about it, that's probably why my makeup goes on so much better because my pores are being taken care of. You know, it's like using retinol is like food for your skin almost. You're like feeding your skin to be better. And yeah. Pretty sure I love that. I love that part.
Yeah. And it's like a personal trainer for your skin, yeah. Right? It can help your skin just work smarter, repair faster, stay stronger. And that's why it's known as the #1 dermatologist recommended ingredient for anti-aging and healthy skin.
Which is awesome because we've all heard that, but like, what exactly does that mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, we know that's great. Our dermatologists are recommending it for anti-aging, but a lot of people are like, what does that even mean? Why is that so important?
Yeah, exactly. So comment which one of those y'all relate with the most. Like if you're like, okay, wait, I want clearer skin. I want my pores to be smaller. I want less texture, more even skin tone, less fine lines and wrinkles. I'd love to see those in the comments. But let's talk about why some people don't use retinol or have used it and stopped using it, right, Rachel?
Yes. Yeah. So there's like that whole stigma and stuff about like, well, I used it once and then it did this to my skin, or I have really sensitive skin and so I don't want to use it. Kind of like me, I was afraid to use it. But here's something a lot of people don't realize. Retinol doesn't just help with like wrinkles. It can help with acne, pore, dullness, sun damage, like all of those things. It's a very versatile ingredient that our skin is craving, and we can't be afraid to try it, right? We can't be afraid, just like you were talking about, it's personal trainer for our skin, right? We can't be afraid to take care of our bodies. We have to at least give our bodies what it needs to be the best it can. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so one of the reasons why people have had, non-ideal experiences, they're like, okay, wait, I thought that this was the #1 dermatologist recommended ingredients. Why did my skin freak out? Like, that's such a bummer. And it's not because retinol doesn't work and doesn't work for your skin. It's because retinol is really powerful and your skin needs to adjust to it. And so in the beginning, or maybe if you don't use it properly, you might experience a little bit of dryness, redness, or even a couple breakouts at first. But that doesn't mean that it's not working for your skin. That means that it's could be working too good, or you're maybe not using it properly or supporting it properly. And so we're going to go run through a few instances for that.
I love that you said supporting. We're not supporting the retinol,
Yeah.
right? Like, I love that because, yeah, it can work too powerful, but it also can be like really beneficial for you if you're supporting it the right way and if you're using it the right way. A lot of these people that have had, they had to stop using it, right? That sounds so familiar. They had to stop using it because of all those freak outs and breakouts and reactions and stuff. But if you support your skin the right way as you're using something so powerful, you're going to see great results. So speaking from personal use, I've seen great results.
Yes, yes. And that's one of the benefits of having a beauty consultant is that we can coach you through like, okay, what maybe went wrong. We know what products you're using if you're using all Mary Kay. And so we can say, hey, don't use this on the same night that you're using your retinol. Okay, don't do this the same night you're using your retinol. Do this in the morning instead. Use, like we can help you customize. And with the right formula and education and support, you can avoid and minimize those side effects of ever potentially happening. And if they do, you know how to recover quickly. Because let's be honest, we're having girl talk tonight. We're giving y'all the full rundown. And I did have a little bit of my skin freak out about 4 weeks into using the retinol because I did not put on sunscreen when my husband and I were driving to our friend's lake house. And, that's one of the common misconceptions is people don't think like, I wasn't in the sun, I was in the car, but it was enough sun to and my skin was at the peak of being sensitive, not fully built up to, adjusted to the retinol. And it was like, holy cow, what are you doing?
Yes.
And so I did ease off. I took a couple days off. I made sure not to use any products that were chemical exfoliators, physical exfoliators, anything like that to help my skin recover. And then got to go right back to using it. And, my skin bounced back. Thank goodness. But if I wouldn't have known why that happened, I would have been like, this is not for me.
Yeah. I kind of had a similar experience. I had been consistently and religiously using my retinol, and then the next morning I got up and just one of those days where you're running kind of late. I did my skincare, but I forgot my sunscreen, and I went for my run, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my face after I got done with that run, I was like, okay, you need some extra love right now because you forgot to put sunscreen on, you dodo head, right? Like, you just like, why would you do that? But it happens. But you're right. Not knowing what you can do, I probably would have just said, oh, this isn't for me, I'm having a reaction. Yikes, hold on the brakes. But having the education and knowing from my beauty consultant before I became one, knowing that stuff and knowing what to do helped me kind of recover. And so I that's so important, is to know how you're using it.
Yes, yes. So we'll kind of get more into that here in a minute, but let's jump into Mary Kay's, why we're so excited about Mary Kay's new retinol. Because, of course, being Mary Kay beauty consultants, we know that there's a lot of other retinols out there. You have a lot of choices when it comes to skincare, what you use on your skin. But we also know that Mary Kay is dermatologist tested. We have multiple dermatologists on hand at Mary Kay on the board. We also have, they do third-party testing, and a lot of our products are certified by the Good Housekeeping, which means that they test in their facilities. And so we're very confident in not only that our products are the best, that they are what they say they are, but that we also have the education to help you get the best results from using them. So I'm going to play the little video by Mary Kay about the new retinol, and then we're going to jump in and we're going to chit chat about it.
Prevent and reverse the visible signs of skin aging with Mary Kay Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.3. Driven by dermatology's gold standard ingredient, Retinol 0.3 delivers clinically shown results. 90% of women had less visible fine lines and wrinkles. 86% had less visible deep lines. While firmness increased by 27% and even tone by 37%, 100% of women had smoother skin texture. One pump, once a day, is all it takes to see the impact, with no complicated waiting period. Powerful enough for real results, gentle enough for daily use. Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.3.
Oh, woo! We're back.
Oh my gosh, Caitlin, the video is so good. I mean, just like even having used retinol daily since seminar, like that video too just explains one pump a day daily. So Caitlin, can you explain to us a little bit about like the retinization phase and using a pure retinol and how some people have experienced that retinization process and like how our retinol 0.3 can be different?
Yes.
How it is different.
Yeah, so we have a retinol 0.5, which was stronger for the past few years, that we had a retinization period that we recommended that you worked up to. Now, that was that retinization phase that Mary Kay gave you whenever you bought the product and your beauty consultant coached you through, was unique to Mary Kay. A lot of the times, if you were to just get a retinol that strong from your dermatologist, or I don't think that they're really sold over the counter anywhere else that strong, but you would not get that retinization phase. And you would just have to kind of figure it out for yourself. And so that did, a lot of people did not follow the protocol. I was one of them. I don't follow instructions super well. I don't, I think that they're for everyone else and not me. And then I like quickly learned that like, oh, I do follow into that phase of that category of only be using one pump, super important. But not having the retinization phase means that it's gentle enough to use every single day, which you're like, hey, Caitlin, it's not as strong, but it's actually giving results faster because you can use it every single day versus only being able to use it once a week. And then after 4 weeks, being able to use it, twice a week. And then, like having to build up, because you can use it consistently every single day. We're seeing results faster. That's why there's visible results in 1 week. And Rachel had a great analogy for that from her experience as a personal trainer. I'd love for you to share that.
Oh my gosh, yes. So from those of y'all that do know me and my exercise science degrees that I don't necessarily use now, but I guess in a way I kind of am using it. No, so like I would have clients come to me and they would want results instantly, right? Like you go from not working out for months, years, whatever. And then you're like, okay, I'm ready to hit it. I'm ready to hit it hard. I want to work out. I got a summer vacation happening in a month. Like, let's do it. And they would go and do the hardest workout that they possibly could do until they're like dying on the floor. Right. And they would do that. And they would have 4 or 5+ days of muscle soreness because they've torn down their muscles so much that it's not going to be able to heal quick enough and properly and all that. So then what happens to those people that go and they're like, oh, working out is not for me. I'm not going to do it anymore. Like, no, exercise sucks. I'll just, buy a bigger bikini for the beach. Right. So it's very similar to our skin. And I love that this is something that we can do daily. When you want to exercise, you want to gradually build up and work out more consistently so you can see better results, as opposed to hitting it really hard once a week, right? And then not being able to walk for 5 days and then having to do it again. So I love how we can use this daily. I don't have to forget, or I'm not going to forget to use it, as opposed to using it like once a week, right? You may forget it. Okay, it's Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's already Sunday. And you forget to do your once a week, routine. you're able to do it regularly, and by like 5 days, it's in your routine, it's in your brain, it's like natural to you, like brushing your teeth almost when you get in that routine.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's such a perfect analogy because we've all been there. And so I wanted to share, I know that they like went over the results that you will see, or, you know, what women saw in the clinical trials, but if you like to read, after 1 week, deep lines improved, firmness, radiance, skin tone improved, skin looks and feels, oh my gosh, I cannot talk tonight, improved. Then after 4 weeks, the look of blotchiness is improved, wrinkles appeared improved. And then after 12 weeks, you guys, 100% of women's skin texture was smoother. 100% of women had less visible blotchiness. 90% of women's fine lines and wrinkles were less visible. 86% of women showed visible reduction in fine lines. Firmness increased by 27%. Even tone improved by 37%. Like, 12 weeks. That is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so let me show y'all. Rachel, should we show our pictures?
Sure.
Okay. So I think that this is just speaks volumes because it has not even been 6 weeks. And you can see Rachel's skin is so much brighter. I mean, it was beautiful before, it's beautiful now. But look, I feel like I hadn't even read the stats about the blotchiness or like really thought about that. But like, look at how even your cheeks look. And just like so much less redness. And then same for mine as well. Like, I feel like you can see like the improvement in my fine lines around my eyes. And then this angle, you can see the redness in my nose and in my cheeks. So much improved.
Yes.
And then same with Rachel. It's like her fine lines, like, now you'll see why we're so obsessed. We want everyone to use this.
Oh yeah. And even like, I mean, my pores again are so much smaller, I think, in pictures and stuff too. I mean, obviously I look at myself in the mirror, but they're so much smaller now. And it's so crazy to me just using it for what we did the math earlier, like not even 10 weeks, I think. So
yeah,
crazy.
not even 6. I don't think, right?
Yeah.
I think, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. What else do we need to cover? What other questions did we got that we have not covered?
I think maybe like, who's it for? Like who can it be for? Who needs to be on retinol right now?
Yeah. And if y'all comment your questions, we can see them. Especially if you're on the YouTube watching it live. And if not, we'll go back and answer them afterwards. But we will try to answer them. So who needs to use them? Well, I would say anyone. Really, any woman will benefit from using retinol. Even if it's not a pure retinol, you're like, maybe you're a little hesitant. You want to stair step in even slower. We do have an encapsulated retinol in our night cream. That basically means that it's slow release. So this retinol, it hits your skin and it absorbs deep. It goes down, and that's why it helps build the skin, the bottom layers of your skin, to help it stay more firm. But the encapsulated stays more on the surface and absorbs slowly. So anyone that wants to prevent aging or improve signs of aging, improve texture, redness, blotchiness, even acne, if you have breakouts, it will help prevent and get rid of your breakouts and acne scarring. So really, it's one of the most versatile ingredients, which is why it's the #1 recommended.
Well, these are great questions.
Yes.
Great questions.
So, okay, let's chat about, I loved Kara's question, but where does it go in our evening routine? And that will also answer Christy's question about, do you use it morning or evening? So you use it in the evening. And let me pull this back up because this is our order of application. So you want to use it after, basically, if you use none of this other stuff, let me actually just take this off. Your beauty consultant can send that to you if you need it, because that's a lot. lot of stuff. After you cleanse and use any serums and eye cream, but before toner or before moisturizer.
Yes.
Okay. So before or after basically everything besides moisturizer. So it should be your last step before you do moisturizer.
And remember, and I remember Lance, our actual like lead scientist, he said, think of like the thickness of stuff in your skincare line, right? We think about like our cleanser and how thin that is, and then any serums or boosters, and you kind of go from like the least amount of or the least thickness and then to your thick. So your moisturizer is going to be the thickest, right? And we want to lock all of that in with our moisturizer. So that should be our last step. And then that retinol, the instructions on there, they do say like at night, right? And then they say to wait and let it dry for up to like 3 to 5 minutes. So that was one of my mistakes too at the beginning when I was using it, because I also don't follow instructions very well. That's why I'm a better cook than I am a baker, right? Baking, you have to follow ingredients, because if you forget one ingredient, then your cookies are going to taste salty, right?
Yes.
With cooking, you're like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but skincare is kind of like baking. You have to follow instructions and directions. But no, I love that I got to experience that, so I can tell people, okay, when you put your retinol on and you apply it, give it time to dry. Give it like 3 to 5 minutes to really dry and soak into your skin, because you could have a reaction like I did of, okay, I immediately did my retinol and then I immediately put on other things, and then my skin did not like that. So I love that part. That was such a good question.
Yes. And another thing that I had to get used to is when you want to do your eye cream before you do the retinol. And that is so that you can more easily avoid the eye area when applying your retinol. If you think about it, if you put retinol on your face and then you apply your eye cream, well, if you have your retinol out here and then you're swooping your eye cream like this, like I do, then you're going to get your retinol around your eyes, and you do not want to get it around your eyes. That skin around your eyes is way too thin to benefit from the retinol. So eye cream first, like Rachel said, wait after you do your retinol to put on your moisturizer, and only do it at night. And then during the day, I saw, what do we use for sunscreen? Using Mary Kay's, both of either our Time Rise or our Time Rise Repair line, there's either the day solution that you put on that has the SPF 30 in it, that you put on top of your moisturizer, or in the repair, the daytime moisturizer has SPF 30 in it as well. And I love that those are just a part of the routine. They're not greasy, they're easy to apply, and it just becomes a habit where you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what other questions, because I love all these questions coming in. Okay, what to avoid? The really short list of what to avoid is any ingredients that either naturally exfoliate your skin or do exfoliate your skin. So naturally, we're talking about vitamin C's, AHAs, BHAs, chemical peels, or like microdermabrasion exfoliators, or benzoate peroxide, like in a toner, or toners that are like really heavy in alcohol or hazel. Like if you like use like witch hazel, you don't want to use those.
Can you clarify? So like not using those at the same time, like at night, right? Because we still have a vitamin C that we can use during the day.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes. And that's why earlier when we talked about, it's so beneficial to have a beauty consultant, because she can say, hey, like you can still use this. Just move it to the morning, use it in the morning, and do it in this order versus using it in the evening, or, take a little break on this until your skin is fully adjusted. And then you can add it back in to the same nighttime application as your retinol.
Right.
Great clarification. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, I love that Christy said she's a rule follower, so she wants all the rules. Oh, I love that. Okay, so what eye cream do we use? I use the Repair during the nighttime because I love the applicator and just how it makes my eyes feel. But your beauty consultant can help you figure out which one is right for you. She's got you hooked up. We have 3 different eye creams, and they're all phenomenal for different reasons. Okay, any other questions that we missed or that we need to cover, Rachel, or anyone in the comments?
I don't think so. I think people were asking great questions, and they're kind of the same questions like that people have been asking, right? And that women want to know is, okay, why do we need to use it, right? Not just, okay, retinol. I know I'm supposed to use it, but why? We answered that question, right? Why we need to use it, who needs to use it, and how do we incorporate it into our skincare routine? So
yes.
When can I order?
I love that question.
I do too.
The most important piece that we did not talk about was you should not use retinol if you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
Yeah.
That is super, super important. That is the only time that you really do not want to use it, that we are aware of. But do not use it if you're pregnant. You can wait till after you're done breastfeeding.
The good thing is, yes, you're going to be pregnant for 9 months, and then if you're breastfeeding and all of that. But the good thing is, again, with this 0.3, being able to use it daily, girl, you are going to bounce back so fast. So fast. I mean, with our results within not even 6 weeks, like, you're going to bounce back from it.
Yeah. So, and there's so many other products you can use to keep your skin glowing during that stage as well. So just it'll just like have you something to look forward to, another phase. So you can order it right now from your personal beauty consultant. It is not available on our marykay.com websites yet. So reach out to your beauty consultant. She might have a little special going on too. And she can talk to you about, is it right for you? How to add it into your routine. And then she's there. She's a source to answer questions for along the journey. Like, okay, Caitlin, my face feels like my teeth feel after I whiten them too much. Like, what did I do wrong? What do I need to do? And be that consultant for you so that you're not alone, that personal trainer for you, so that you can stick with it and you can see the results throughout forever.
That is one of my favorite parts about being a beauty consultant is being able to chat with my customers. Like, yes, we've all had the initial facial with my customers. We all get to experience that and try the skincare and try before you buy and all that fun stuff. But it's the 10-minute phone calls that we have. Okay, I'm struggling with this, or okay, I really want to focus on this. What do you have anything that's going to get rid of my darker circles under my eyes? So all of that stuff it's so beneficial to have a beauty consultant that's able to have those, even just over the phone, 5-10 minute beauty consultants while you're waiting in the pickup line to get your kits, right? So important because she is the expert. Some of y'all in here may be teachers or were teachers, but I was a teacher for years and I was considered the expert on the lesson that I was teaching that day. And if I didn't know the answer to something, if I was a science teacher, am I going to go down the street to the PE teacher? Probably not. Am I going to go to the math teacher? Probably not. I'm going to go to another science teacher, right? Because they are the master of what they are teaching you guys. And your beauty consultant, she is the master of your skin. She probably knows your skin better than you know it.
I love that analogy. So, well, thank you all so much for being on tonight. Let your beauty consultant know. And if you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment. Let us know you watched it. Text us. Let us know what specific questions you have or anything that we didn't answer or you need clarification on, because we want you to feel confident in your decision to use retinol and just what you're using on your skin in general. Feel empowered to do what you want and feel your absolute best. So, Rachel, anything else?
I don't think so. This was so fun. I love girl talk. I love it. This was so much fun. Well,
I did too. We'll have to do it again soon. So, all right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.